folks, Christine here, and I'm happy to have you join me today on this beautiful Sunday morning on your yoga mat. We're going to do a few minutes here of some movement to make you feel good, to make you move well. So what I have with me today is a band. If you don't have a band, that's okay, but I highly recommend you buy one of these resistance bands. They are just so versatile and so many good things that you can do with these bands. So let's get started, guys. So grab your mat. If you have a resistance band, get a hold of that. If not, don't worry, but we can do the exercises without it as well. And this is just 10 minutes of movement. Just take 10 minutes today to move your body, to center your mind, to ground yourself. And trust me, you're gonna feel so good after 10 minutes. All right, so let's get started. We're just gonna slowly lower down onto our mat here. And just take a minute just to connect with your breath. It always feels so good just to lie down flat. Slow down your breathing. Fill up your belly with lots of air. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Feel your belly rise and fall underneath your hand. And we're just going to start just by creating space in our hearts, creating space in our mind, and in our body. And the first step to creating space is always come back to your breath. If you feel like you have there's a lot of clutter going on in your mind and in your body, stop what you're doing and come back to your breath. And use that breath to clear out the clutter and make more space. All right, so let's bend our knees so both of our feet are flat on the floor. Your knees are touching, and just relax your shoulders here. Let them fall. I want you to imprint your low back into the mat so that your hip bones are slightly rocking forward. So low back is imprinted, and then just release that so you feel a nice natural curve in your low back, and we call that neutral spine. Imprint your low back into the mat, and then rock it back so that you have a nice natural curve in your spine. Good. This time I want you to imprint into that mat, imprint your low spine. Press your hands into the mat and your feet and slowly peel up, starting with your tailbone, one vertebrae at a time, until you come on up onto the tips of your shoulder blades and stay right there for an inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale, press that low back into the mat, lifting up onto the tips of your shoulder blades and stay there for an inhale. And exhale, slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Can we do one more? Let's go. Inhale. Stay here. And exhale. Good. All right, this time I want you to pick up your right foot and have your shin parallel to the floor, pressing that low back into the mat, and then pick up your left so that your left comes up to meet your right. Keeping that low back imprinted into the mat here. Hands are into the mat nice and firm. We're going to take that right foot and we're going to touch the toes to the edge of our mat. And then keeping that low back imprinted, you're going to pull that knee back up to meet your left knee. So just make note, the movement is coming from your hips, not from your knee. So we're not changing the range of motion in our knee to get our toe down. We're keeping that angle there. We're going from the hip, touching your toe, and bringing it back up. Good. Low back is pressed into the mat. Touch your right toe to the edge of the mat. Pull it back up. Keep going. Left. Use that breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, keep going. That's it. Let's do 2 more each side. We're waking up that abdominal, deep abdominal muscles. Good. And then give those knees a nice little hug. All right. So coming back into that imprinted spine, your knees are in line with your hips and your shins are parallel to the floor here. Your hands are going to hover just a few inches above the mat on either side of your hips. And we're going to do what we call the Pilates 100. You can keep your head on the mat if you want to. Press that low back into the mat, and you're going to pump your hands as you inhale for 5 and keep pumping them as you exhale for 5. If you want to increase the intensity of this movement, tuck your chin into your chest and come on up and look into your belly button area. Okay, so let's get started. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Strong breath. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got this. One more set. Good. Let's slowly lower down and hug those knees into your chest. Good job. All right, bringing those feet back down onto the mat. We're going to go back up into our bridge movement here. So keeping your feet strong into the mat, lots of energy, and your hands, lots of energy into them as well. Press that low back into the mat, and you're going to lift your hips up towards the sky and stay here. And then drop your hips back down. So we're not working on that beginning movement where we did some spinal articulation. It's more so focusing on our hamstrings and our glutes here. So we're pushing those hips towards the sky as our feet are pressing into the mat. So lots of energy, and drop those hips down. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep going. Lift and lower. That's it. Lift and lower. I don't know, can you guys still see me? I think so. Lift and lower. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. I want you to hold at the top. Pull those hip bones towards the ceiling and press those feet and hands into the mat. Peel up your right heel so that just your right toes are touching the mat there. Lots of energy in that left foot, and slowly lift up that right foot off the mat to hover a couple inches, and then put those right toes back down. Then your right heel. Press your weight into that right foot. Lots of energy in your right foot. Lift that left heel, and then pull those left toes off the mat a couple inches. Left toes down, left heel down. Push into that left foot. Lift your right heel, lift the toes to hover. Right toes down, left heel down. Press into that right foot. Lift the left heel, left toes to hover. Left toes down, right. Okay, now that we got that movement, we're calling this the bridge walk. So just slowly peeling one foot off the mat. The goal is to not let those hips rock. And trust me, I'm still working on that. So strong core here. Pull that belly button back. Try and keep those hips stable and steady. So we're working on lots of posterior chain strength here and stability. So the muscles that support the back of our body. And all of this is going to support your posture. Okay? So slowly peeling your feet off the mat, rocking back and forth. Let's do 2 more. 1. Keep going. Remember to keep those hips towards the sky. And 1 more each side. Good job. Good job. Slowly lower down. windshield wiper those legs, side to side. Maybe stay at one side a little bit longer because it feels so good. There we go. Just catch your breath. And then knees to the other side, to the right. Stay there a little bit longer. And catch your breath. Good job. Rolling over onto our side. We're going to come on up to sit. If you have a band, I'd like you to grab it. If you don't, that's okay. If you also need a little bit of low back support, you can put a small ball behind your back. All right, if you have a band, just take it in front of you and wrap it around your hand a couple times so that you have enough tension. We don't need a lot of tension, but we just want a little bit of resistance here in this movement. So your feet are flat on the floor, your knees are bent and beside each other, in line with your hips. I want you to sit tall. Your heart is proud and tall. And you're slowly going to come back and just just hover on your tailbone area here. And stay here. Pull that belly button back. Okay, so when I say back, pull it back so that you feel like it's meeting your spine. Once you pull it back, you're going to scoop it up, so behind your rib cage. We call that the abdominal scoop. So back and up. Good. And that keeps a strong, stable core for us here. All right, so staying here, we're just going to lower just a couple inches onto that tailbone. Keep some resistance in that band, so pull it out, chest is forward. Good. Staying here, and then I want you to roll forward so that your chest comes over to meet your knees. Stretch your hands out. Good. Roll back, so pull that belly button back. Come on, back onto your tailbone. Stay here. Pull that band out, chest proud. Good. Back, slightly in. Pull yourself forward, over your knees, and then proud chest forward. Good. Round that back. Pull belly button back, chin to chest. Come on onto your tailbone. Stay here, shoulders back. Press that band, pull it back. Bring it slightly forward. And then keeping that C shape in your spine, so pulling chest back, your chin to your chest. Bringing yourself forward over your knees. And then chest and gaze is proud, facing forward. Good. Pull it back, so belly button back to spine, chin to chest. Come on to your tailbone. Chest is proud. Pull that band back. We're going to stay here now. So pull. And pull. Good. Belly button is pulled back. Your abdominal core is nice and strong. Keep going. Good. Feeling a little bit of fire starting up here. And one more. Stay here. Pull that belly button back. Bring your chest over to meet your knees. Relax those arms. Gaze is forward. Good. And this time we're going to come back to sitting. We're going to rock back so that we are balancing on that tailbone again. Pulling that band slightly. I want you to keep your right hand where it is. So let's put it over top of our right knee for a visual. So staying there. Right hand over right knee. That does not move. I want you to take that left hand, pull that band to the left side and open your chest. Good. Stay for an inhale and exhale. Bring that left band back. So keep that right hand strong over that right knee. Pull the left hand back. Open your chest. Exhale the back. Good. Keep going. Pull the left. Exhale. Keep that abs strong. So pull that belly button back towards your spine. Good. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then pull belly button back. Let's just fold over those knees. Give everything a little shake out. Whew. All right, and that's gonna stir the fire up. I'm feeling it. All right, band is forward. Keeping that little bit of resistance. Coming back so you're on the tip of your tailbone. Pull your belly button back towards your spine and then up underneath your rib cage. Good. Your left hand stays over your left knee. Keep that strong there. Taking that right hand, we're going to pull that right hand back. so that we're towards the right side. Chest and gaze is nice and proud. And then bring that right hand back. Left hand stays over the left knee. Pull right hand back. Chest and gaze proud. You got this. Keep that abdominal center nice and strong and engaged. Good. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Power. Good. Let's do 3 more. All right, we got this. Can we do 1 more? Keep going. Good, and then roll forward. I don't know about you, but my arms are shaking. All right, let's just stay here. Just tuck that chin down to the chest. Give the back of your neck a little bit of stretch here. Good job. All right, so let's slow it down. Let's just do a few minutes of breathing and stretching here. So just crossing your legs, so your left foot in front of your right foot. Just rest your hands softly onto the top of your knees. Roll those shoulders out so if they feel a little tight after that little bit of resistance move, just let them come down. Close your eyes softly. Oh, that little bit of movement there got my heart racing, which is good. Stirring up the vitality in me today, energizing me. So I just want you to focus here. We're reconnecting with our breath. So just focusing on the front of those ribs there. So in that lower rib cage, and I want you to feel them. Maybe place your hands there and feel them expand out. Come on back in. Good, do a few more. All right, so just take your left hand and place it beside your left hip. Right fingertips just on the right side, and I just want you to put a slight bend in that left elbow as we reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, gazing towards that right arm, getting a little bit of a stretch. Not a little, a nice stretch into the right side of that body. So focusing the breath into that right rib cage, opening it up, creating space. Keep going. Good, bring that right hand down to your right hip, left hand up towards the ceiling and over, keeping a bend in that right elbow. Gazing towards that left hand, left arm. Focusing your breath on the left side of that rib cage. Good. Good job. Taking your hands towards the ceiling, a nice stretch up, like you're holding a beach ball. Keep it there. Now I want you to take your right arm and bring it to the outside of your left knee. Your left hand's gonna come just behind your left hip. Inhale as you stretch up, chest is proud. Pull yourself towards the sky. And then when you exhale, just relax there. Feel a slight twist. Inhale as you bring yourself up nice and tall. And exhale as you relax there. So inhale to extend, create elongation in your spine, and exhale just to relax, to feel that space open up. Good, and then slowly bring that left hand back over to your left knee. Good, come on back to center. Inhale, arms up nice and tall, holding on to that beach ball. Bring the left hand over to the outside of your right knee. Your right arm comes behind your right hip. Staying here, just inhale, nice and tall. Create nice space between each vertebrae in your spine. And then exhale. Just relax there, where you are. Do not crank it. Inhale, nice long lean space in your spine. And exhale, just soften wherever you are. Inhale. So we're not cranking, we're using our breath to create space and then just to soften where you are. And naturally you'll find that your breath will open up any areas that it needs to open up for you. Just put the attention there. Keep going. One more. Good. And then slowly bring that right hand over to your right knee. Left hand over to your left. Close your eyes softly. Just bring that gaze. Focus on that third eye. In between, middle of your forehead here, in between your eyes, and that's your intuition, your guide, your inner light, your self-love, telling you exactly what you need today, and what you need more of. And maybe it's this, maybe it's just taking 10 minutes. Bring your hands to a prayer position. Thumbs touch your heart center. Just bring your thumbs to your forehead. Bow your head. And softly say, Namaste. All right, thank you everyone for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. It's my buddy. It's our buddy. Yeah.